Turns out I've already done the boss run. The only thing I haven't done yet is defeat CrystaL2. Went ahead and got everything pretty much ready to go for CrystaL2. I start looking back and I'm like, oh crap, I've already done this. Well, this is called the boss run because I'm just trying to I was gonna separate this into so many parts, and I thought, okay, wow, there will be many different major charges before this comes out, but yeah, I had no idea. It's been so long since I actually done this, and plus the fact that we're doing this on another emulator, we're not doing it on the other one. No, we're not. And, yes, I got 2 fairies and blue medicines. So I'm just here trying to gather the rest of my red rupees because they're faster to bring them up here to do that. You can also help to deal with the village and do it back and forth. It's kind of hard to get the bird to come up here. And you would think that they would have a red soldier, like things that come after you, one or a crazy one at some point, but they never do. So as much as I like gathering the blue rupees, it's kind of faster to go over here. The thing of it is that, and it's quicker to go from the dark world all the way down here, and find the boy that, goes to stone, well, tree stone, whatever you want to call it, petrified in the treasure, and then teleport to the light world, and do that. And then, let's see. But yeah, I mean, in a lot of places they don't never put a red soldier in, but then there's places you'll find them, and mainly to do with, well, I don't know if I actually had the shield or not, but I was looking back and I thought, oh god, did I really just got through promising to do another boss run? And, well, something. This is just me cutting to the boss instead of just like me showing off the entire dungeon. I might show up some things here and there, but I'm just gonna be like, well, if I already showed that off, I'll just go through and go to the boss and then just screw the rest of it. I mean, it's just like, why bother? I mean, all we need really is the final boss, crystals, and that's it. I'm pretty much done. I mean, hell, I can go over there and do the other 2 crystals out of screen since I've already done that crap. The difference is I've already pretty much done everything in order, except, and I went ahead and did the hard thing. I got it out of the way, which was so I don't never have to do that crap again, because you actually have to go through it, which is stupid in the CrystaL2. So as soon as you can take care of that, that's what I recommend that you do, because that thing is a pain in the ass most of all. And the hardest boss, I would always say ultimately is between, I wouldn't say that the first one is really hard. But there is. Even the big worm guy, I'm not gonna call him Moldor, which I found out that's his name personally. Somebody who's had that crap. I'm like, that's his name, really? I'm just gonna stick to what I said, and that's it. I mean, because they don't show it in the doggone game, and until they do, I mean, not until they do. I mean, what I mean, not until they do. I'm not. I'm saying not. They should have already been shown that. I'm just gonna call it the big guy, the big worm guy, whatever the hell I said in the first place. That guy was a really bitch and a half. And then you have a second crystal boss. They're pretty hard. I mean, the three worms that come out of the ground are pretty freaking hard, but they're not that hard. I mean, all the first pendant boss is a little hard, but not that hard to do. You know, compared to that guy. What makes him so hard is because, you know, you actually have to worry about falling off. That's what makes it so hard. And because it's so damn annoying to beat that guy. And unfortunately, yes, I have to fight him again. So, but that won't happen until after I beat Crystal 7. Crazy crap like that. Although I think if you go ahead and get Crystal 7, you can actually unlock the way instead of actually getting all the rest of the crystals. I'm not sure on that. Can't swear to that, but I think you can. Anyway. So, you know, we'll find out. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, there's the hardest bosses, I would say. A lot of times it's the minor annoyances and stuff. But yeah, I mean, what Crystal 7 boss is not that hard to do. It was just what made it so hard was because of the damn controls and me freezing up and stuff. That's what made it so damn difficult. Otherwise, it would have been fine. I mean, it's not that hard to do. You just switch back and forth between the fire rod or ice rod. It doesn't matter which side you choose first. You just gotta remember to choose it and then shoot it. That's it. With a sword, I think it is, or whatever. Pretty much. And then once you get both sides taken down, you gotta take out the third head. The third head actually has a weakness, which pertains to all three of them. But unfortunately, you can't see that because it defeats all the bosses. I mean, that entire boss. And once you beat that, boom, it's done. Puh. Wow. Last episode, I said, "Oh, I've never done this before." Right. You never did it before? Yeah, there's another episode, dude. Did you not see that one? No. Sorry. See, that's what happens when you forget things. You think you've never done it before. Seriously, think about it. If you've been away from a game for a long damn time, even if you've only done it once or twice, it depends on how long you've been away from a certain game. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta think about it. I mean, you know, like, oh shit! I just basically lied. I didn't mean to lie. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, literally. All right, so yeah, I'll meet you there instead of showing up the entire dungeon and yada 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 yada. Okay. So if you were Starlight warning. So if you or someone you know suffers from epilepsy, which is a cause and effect of seizures, which is not always brought on by flashing lights or bright lights, which this game has a tendency to do, which is not its intent. No, but it does have a tendency to do that. And what else? Seizures can be brought on by stress, because I know a friend who, well, I say a friend, but she was former. She no longer is a friend. Even though she's gone now, she's still not a friend of mine, but she was before she passed away. She well, she was more of a friend to. Anyway, she passed away. I don't know when she did, but I found out several days ago. I mean, I don't know how many days ago. But I talk about that more in another video. It's gonna come out way too late. So, anyway, just because we're not friends anymore, regardless of whether she's alive or not, doesn't make it less true. I still believe her. I mean, there's a lot of things I probably could say, whatever, but because, I mean, she dealt with it personally. I believed it. I mean, I'm more open-minded than you think. I mean, there's a lot of things people can't say just because, aren't friends anymore. It means, oh, yeah, they just lied about everything. Well, I don't know. I mean, there might have been things she might have lied about, but that was not one of them. Anyway. So, not that I know of anything personally. But we're not going to get into that. So anyway, so you might want to adjust your brightness levels if you haven't already. At your own digression for a deal. Just to be on the safe side. Or you may want to skip ahead, which I'm not going to tell you when, because even that I don't know, because I'm not going to tell you. I want to keep that as blind for every game I play. It has to do with anything to do with it. Since I didn't even know this game even had that kind of deal. I think it was kind of possible, but every game, but not every game in existence, no, but there's a lot of games out there that actually have this. I don't know which ones, but always just do it anyway. If you or someone or you both, even if you just because one of you does doesn't mean you shouldn't, because you have to be very cautious about that. Otherwise, it's because it's a very serious thing. Anyway, or you can just wait. And the last option is just to skip off the video if you haven't already. Anyway, that should be on the safe side of it, and it's if you suffer from epilepsy, which is seizures. Anyway, this is not for kids, and I'm not here to teach you anything or guide you of any sort, except to how I play. How a noob would play this blindly, although we've already done this. That's how, but that's how I'm doing these games because it's true. I'm not lying about it. A lot of times I forget if I've already done it, and like I say, I'm not spoiling myself until I actually go to record it. So I'm not gonna do that. The only time I will spoil them, I won't watch games at all. I refuse to look it up if I don't already know about it. And I try more to know more about it as I play through it instead of watching someone else, unless it's something I don't already have. And I only do it one time. Not to say I won't never do it again, but it's so that I don't spoil myself. That when I'm able to finally play through it, I want to be able to do it with a fresh mind where I forget things and unless I get stuck on puzzles like I did in that one game coming out, which is already before this game finishes, which is sad, but because this game should have already been done a long time ago. It just took me a while to get back to it, especially getting everything and gathering everything. The thing of it is I haven't been able to gather the final heart piece, which is stuck in that. I say stuck because, well, I can't seem to get it to show up. So, anyway, hey guys, hello everybody, my name is DbdKmpPlay'St.L.O.Z.AL.T.T.P.P. and I am the best noob in the house. Welcome back, folks, one and all, to the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, the boss run thing, I guess. Scenario thing. As we wrap this up, going into the final venture, which I am going to skip a couple of crystals, but I'm still going to get them, though. I will get them. I just won't be doing them in the same order that I did them before. Now, boss run can be done the same way, but this is kind of going in the same order as if you were to do it like you're supposed to do it. In other words, because see, this run here is Crystal 2, and I've already gotten Crystal 1 in the last episode. I'm going to get Crystal 2 here in this one here. Well, this guy is not too difficult, but he is difficult enough. So, anyway, let's get it going. And you know what else is ironic, though, is that you don't really need the hook shot, except that you kind of do for some things. This boss, particularly, yeah. I learned as well is that you don't really need hearts as much as you think you do. Not so much. And you don't need the bow and arrows for the first pendant boss either. Just 3 more, and then we can finally get this guy to come after us. Huh. And so, that is the end of this boss. And the thing of it is that with that, it took only like so many shots, and I got him dead. There you go. Yeah, brother, here we go. All this crap again. And the thing is, as well, is that I do it professionally as well, in order to do this, to say, with voices to keep this more entertaining. Anyway, DbdKmpP, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the monsters. Thank you. The Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it, as long as that person lives. That is why it was hidden in the Golden Land. Only a select few knew of its location, But at some point, that knowledge was lost. The person who rediscovered the Golden Land was Ganondorf, the dirty thief. Evil, luckily, he couldn't figure it out. Okay, fine, evil thief, whatever. How to return to the light world. Why was it lucky for him? Well, remember that you have magical powers, powers which only the hero can make the most of. There are some other magical warping points like the one you saw on Death Mountain. I did. By using them, you can go between the two worlds and find the evils hidden in the dark world. You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf. The thief, no, Ganon, the evil king of darkness. Do you understand? Yes. By the way, lead, whatever. By the way, the hero lead the Triforce. And so with that, there's that. And the thing is with this, though, this game, I don't think he's necessarily evil, to be fair. And because and for us to destroy him makes no sense, because he's being if you think about all the series that's been created so far, he's been reincarnated every time. It's just like Bowser, except that you're not a fresh Mario every time. You're the same Mario every freaking time, which makes no sense. I mean, it's like the old time you play the game, you're killing Bowser by throwing him off into the lava. Does that make any sense? No. So, and then we're all always talking about, if you ever pay attention to the clues, they talk about how defeating him once and for all, blah, 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 blah. how is it defeating him once and for all? We gotta finally constantly fight this guy. Sure, he evolves because of the way they chose to create this guy. And if you watch Death Battle, they kind of do it in such a way that I guess he's had like different forms or whatever. But because of based on how the game plays, you'll never find it. There's also another darker villain that's just as bad, and it's not Wizard Eggnaham. I guess Wizard Eggnaham was actually supposedly created by Ganon. So that's another thing you didn't know. Supposedly they're brothers or something, which makes no sense because how is he biologically brothers when he just happened to create that? I mean, I suppose they can be brothers anyway, but biologically speaking, because with it, Eggnaham has no structure or nothing. Like, he might have the magical abilities and whatever, but he is not a biological brother of Ganon. I hate to tell you that, but it's true. So, anyway, that's all the time we have for this episode. The next episode, I will definitely do the third crystal. And then I'll go over there and beat Blind once again. And then I'm going to go after, yeah. And then I'm going to go after the 7th crystal. Because what I've learned so far is that it doesn't really matter if you have full hearts or not. I thought that you had to have full hearts. But I wasn't sure, to be honest with you. When I first played this, I had no idea. Not even did you could do that. And it helps to have a fresh mind. What doesn't help is that if you've already done the playthrough, regardless of whether or not you've actually completed it or not, doesn't matter. What matters is, like, say, if you've already done something like that, it's like, oh my god, I forgot I did that. Because it's been so long. This is my way to wrap it up. Anyway, as always, thank you all for watching. If you haven't, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video and share the video. You know, like the crap out of it. Share the crap out of this video. And, yeah, beat the holy ever-living crap out of that damn notification bell because, you know, you never know, something new might pop out. Something new and exciting. The point is, as long as you get them exciting, and it might just come out, it might be a new video. A brand new spanking video that might have a brand new game. Or an interesting similar thing that's so interesting that you would want to click on the video. But either way, you know, it might come out today, it might come tomorrow, it might even come tonight. But, you know, and then, but the point is, you know, or it could be Monday. Or the next day, whatever. Anyway, the point is, as long as you can still get a notification when it finally posts. See, people say that when the next time I upload, actually pertaining to them, yeah, that's not the correct term. Okay, because I've noticed this, I've been paying attention. Nobody ever pays attention to this, but the thing of it is that when you say upload, it's already uploaded. So it's already there. It's the next time when I post, even though that I'm actually scheduling these now. I didn't schedule these. I don't think I've ever scheduled one to the past videos. And this is the second one I've made because I'm doing it this way. And I'm not gonna do this exactly in order. But I'm just doing a boss run to finally wrap this up, and then I'm gonna wrap it up with one more final video. Making it 5 videos. So there's that. And I also want to get back to another game that I'm playing. I like how at the same time I'm actually doing this with other projects that I got coming out. I've also started to, since I'm actually at the near end tail of this game, which is what we're at, I actually started playing some more Mystic Quest. I couldn't sleep at all. So, where I'm at in Mystic Quest, It's still not enough to the point, but I'm still working on it. I mean, it's been taking me a while because I also wanted. I've been trying to recover. I've been trying to do this and that, and I've been trying to, get some other projects going until I've actually gotten. I'm trying to get so many things going on so that I have a backlog, and when something comes out that way, um, things happen, and we've got things going on. Or I'm trying to work on certain games that need to be worked on. That we're working on, like with the main playthrough. And the thing is, I hate to really start them up because then I have to finish them. And it's not that I don't like starting them up or wanting to finish them. It's just that kind of, well, yeah, unfortunately, hell, I have yet to defeat Brain Lord. Can you imagine that? I have to start that son bitch all over. I have to start all over with Illusion of Gaia. I don't think I've done Soul Laser yet. I know I did Terranigma. So yeah, pretty much I've got, basically I've started. This is the ones that I've started. I mean, I wouldn't say their names except the fact that they're already out and they need to be completed. I hate starting, like I said before, I hate starting a project and having to end it so soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it was sad. I mean, it's not to say I couldn't beat it, but then there's Chrono Trigger. I gotta go through that game again, but I'm not sure if. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice and see how far I can get to get this rat off screen, and then if I can do it enough, I'll do it on screen because it's ability to do it with this whole brand new controller. Because see, this is an emulator. It's like an SNES, but better, way better than that other doggone emulator. I guarantee it by loads. But I mean, I don't know how much more better it can be in terms of controllers. But so far, I'm still having issues. I'm about like what I was before, when my nail was kind of hurting before, and I forgot I even had that. But that was during that time that I was trying to take down the 7th CrystaL, would you believe, boss? Yeah. And I'm like I was before, cold, trying to take it down. Yeah. Didn't turn out too well, did it? But hopefully this time I'll be able to take it down. I don't really think it matters, you know. I thought I'd just go ahead and knock these out, and at least do it as a boss run, as a way to kind of wrap it up. And then skip the last two, and then get them after I get 7. Knocking out the hardest bosses. Those two are like nonchalant, like not even really that hard to do. Not really. So, yeah. Cave of Byron, huh? Even though it says Kane, but and Cave of Samaria. Even though it says Kane, but I like it. Now, I've seen some things in this other hack that I don't know if it's possible or not with this. But what you do is you can sacrifice this for some reason or another. I think it's this one, actually. That you try. I think it's like you try and make it better or whatever with a fairy or whatever. I don't know if it's actually possible because this is the original version, not a hack. Hack. There's always going to be something in a hack that the original game would not have, even though it probably might be in the code or whatever. Like, there are enemies that are not in this game. The code was there to make them appear, but these were. I'm not. It doesn't really matter if I spoil or not, because these are enemies you will never see in the game unless you're watching an actual hack. Oh yeah, a hack. I think they have it in the randomizer, if I'm not mistaken, which is can be done with the which is done with the English version. They've also have one where there's a randomizer that's kind of a mix where everything is randomized enemies, and there's one where it's just items, and I think that's I don't know if it's no, I know that for a fact it's by English. At one point it was just by the Japanese because it was for those who speed run the game, and what they did was see the counter up there where it says 999. Well, there would be 4 9s because it starts out with 4 zeros. You go all the way up to 4 9s, which makes no sense because there's not much point in doing that because there's not a lot you can do. With the randomizer, though, the game can actually set you up into a path where that the game itself is like way gonna get loads easier, and you don't even have to do half the crap you would normally do. If you were playing this normally, like is in like the way that normally the game is, like where you have to go through all the hoops just to get the stuff, even though they're all a lot of stuff is optional except for the shoes and well, actually you still have to have them though. They're kind of you don't. I guess you don't have to have bombos but I know you have to have ether and quake. You definitely have to have the flute. This and that, they're all like optional, but you still have to have them, which is kind of strange. But even that's basically it. You have to have the arrows too, but you don't have to have the silver arrows. You don't have to. You don't even have to have the fourth sword. You don't even have to have your sword upgraded. I guess you don't have to have the mirror shield or the next upgraded armor, but yeah, But it's like the hook shot. You don't really need it except the fact to do certain things, and that's it. Go figure on that. It's like the fire rod. It's not really all that useful except to do. I mean, like you can actually take this lamp, but it's a lot more faster with this. Just to light torches for like certain areas and stuff. So, you know. I don't know if you can actually do it with the lamp, but I don't think you can. You open the way to the leading to the final entrance because CrystaL2 is so separated that you have to go through there, and there's like so many different floors that you can just skip out on. You're gonna be like, how do I get there? Well, you could start out with the very first floor of it, but it's more better just to start off. Because the way they have it separated, you have to do it a certain way anyway, so you might as well just skip it and then come back to it before you finish it. I mean, you could always wait until after you beat the boss, or before you go to the final boss of the game. So, because once you beat the final boss of the game, that's it. There is no going back and doing it unless you do that before you beat it again. So, and all it does is just say you've been in that room and you know how to get to it. Even though you might see part of that room, it doesn't actually show up on the map. It's crazy. Anyway, I hope you all see me, and like Mark says, I hope to see you, because he doesn't see them. This is just a recorded video. This is not a live stream. I mean, unless you can count the comments. But other than people just actually watching, you can't see somebody watching you. Anyway. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I hope you all join me in the next episode, because that's what I will do with the third crystal. And then after that, the 4th. And then we'll run and we'll do 7. Because this is just a boss run. I mean, you know, it's not a speed run. It's a boss run. Because I still enjoy it. I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this. And I really hate... And I'm sorry that I'm kind of really doing these over. But it's just... I forgot I even did them. But I already made a promise to go ahead and do this anyway to wrap this up. So I'm going to do it. It may sound like it's a repeat, but there are some slight differences between them. I can guarantee it. I don't know if I got the mirror shield and went back and do it. I cannot tell you that because I don't remember that. I didn't watch it. I just know. I just saw it and I know. I go, oh, yeah, I did. I beat them. The only difference is as well is I didn't beat the 7th Crystal Boss, which is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it in order. Now, I went and did it in order, except the fact that I didn't. You know, it's gonna be like as if I did the 7th Crystal Boss and I finally beat it. But the difference is that it'll be in such a different way, order the things that I've done it. So, you know, because this is a fresh new take on it, on the bosses. You know, to the point that I forgot that they were there and forgot that I even beat them. So, please pardon that and bear with me. Okay? I know it's nothing new. It's just, you know, I'm trying to get through this, and this is the only way I can think of to really kind of... And I don't really want to end this series. I'm enjoying this. I really do enjoy this game. It's just a lot of things I don't enjoy, like bad controls. You know, this and that. And it's crazy, but this is... And I don't enjoy being so cold that I cannot play a damn thing. And I don't enjoy the fact that this is taking me so long to beat this. But at the same time, it's giving me enough time to just kind of replay through it. The only thing is I really don't want to have to... I hate replaying through it like, you know... I mean, it's not a bad thing. But like, as if I've never actually beaten it, because I didn't. I haven't actually beaten this technically. But I will say that pretty much the bosses are only annoying because of certain things, and that's what makes them so hard in a difficult way. Now, the 3rd boss I will go over because there is something about it that I need to go into the episode because it's a cheap way to do it, and I refuse to do it that way. So, it involves either sacrificing or whatever, but either way, you know, oddly enough, I didn't even have to sacrifice a fairy or nothing. I don't even think I did that in the 1st boss. Or did I? Since I did this round, I don't remember. Either way, later. Bye-bye.